This is how I am currently flipping my classroom. First of all, I send out assignments to students through a digital platform called Edmodo. Students can look through Edmodo to see the different assignments that they have. This current assignment here was the very first flipped assignment that I gave them. So you'll see there'll be a little explanation. Hola, welcome to your first assignment. They had to complete a survey with this one so I could get some feedback on their beginner knowledge here, and then the actual flipped assignment begins. So most of my flipped assignments will bring them to a little board that looks like this. I make these on Blendspace, and it has all of the different elements of the assignment here. Box number 1 always has the task list, things that I want them to do. So their first flipped assignment in this part is done at home. It says, after reviewing the Blendspace board, write 2 10-line conversations of 2 people greeting each other. The first conversation should be between 2 friends and the second between 2 strangers. Number 2, write down 3 grammatical and or cultural facts you discover. And number 3, write down any questions or confusions you have. So students with this goal in mind, and this goal is to write 2 conversations, now have this whole board to look at to gather different resources. So as you can see, first I gave them a cute little song. This is a little song that talks about greetings in Spanish. Number 3 is a more straightforward lecture that they can watch at their own pace about different greetings in Spanish as well. 4 is another cute song because, some people learn auditorily and they like to listen to their Spanish. Number 5 is another lecture presented by a different individual, and he talks about basic short conversations. 6 is just a song, no video component there, where they can listen to different greetings in Spanish. 7 is a video I put together myself that has an informal conversation between friends, because remember, one of the goals of this unit is for students to uncover the difference between formal and informal speech, which is not something we have in English. In Spanish, you will use different greetings and different ways of speaking if you're talking to someone formally, such as an adult or a teacher, or if you're talking to someone informally, such as your friends or other peers. 8 and 9 have our vocabulary for this unit, so students can just skip here if they want to start learning vocabulary. I put 2 sections for them. Number 8 has our basic vocabulary, and 9 has more advanced words. So if students want to build on the basics, they can check out box number 9 here, which has some more advanced vocabulary. The last couple of boxes here, 12 is another lecture. 10, I believe, is some games. 11, a little study tip, kind of encouraging my students to study, at least 15 minutes a day with vocabulary. And the last couple of boxes here are different vocabulary games. So as you can see, I've given my students tons of different resources that they can utilize here in order to reach the goal of writing those 2 conversations and comprehending the difference between a formal and an informal conversation. Now, students aren't required to look at all of these. They can kind of pick and choose which ones they want to utilize based on how they learn best. So some students go right for the games and they just want to jump into it and start learning that way, where others like to take their time and watch the lectures and listen to songs. So once students begin to develop a sense of how they learn, they really start to utilize this method in order to reach their learning goals. So it's nice. So once they're done, they bring in their conversations to class, and that's when the real learning begins. We always start with some time for reflection and questions, so if anything confused them, any issues that they had, we jump right into it. And that really allows for a student-driven, student-centered classroom, because I'm not standing in the front saying, okay, here's what you're going to learn today. The students right off the bat, based on their preparation the night before, are actually guiding the lecture, and they're actually guiding the concepts that we'll be digging deeper into that day. So we'll answer questions, and then right away we can share our conversations with each other, do some peer editing, jump right into speaking, working on our pronunciation. So we get to utilize our class time more effectively, and we get to dig deeper into Spanish conversations. So instead of wasting time with me standing in the front of the room saying, okay, here's how you say hello, here's how you say goodbye, all of that work is done at home, and the class time is used specifically for working on these skills, going deeper, and practice, practice, practice. So that is my example of how I am currently flipping my classroom. Thank you very much.